Hello, hello. Alright. I was not talking that whole time. Or I was muted the whole time and because my microphone was not functioning. But we have to go over all of that again. So, we have a moderate risk of severe weather today. I'll go over the tornado watch in just a second. My apologies, I was muted that whole time because my microphone was not working. But we have a moderate risk of severe weather. A new tornado watch was just issued, and we'll go over that. But again, moderate risk, driven by 15% hatched risk for tornadoes. So the chances of seeing a tornado within 25 miles of a given point here is 15%, with a 10% additional risk of strong tornadoes. Hearing thunder here in Central Louisiana. All right. I think in that case, it is good that we're not seeing sun, because that sort of stabilizes the atmosphere. In that case, we had a lot of areas of clearing earlier today. Earlier in central Louisiana and Mississippi, we had a lot of clearing, which means that was really bad for destabilization of the atmosphere. So, again, thank you for joining the stream. Stay safe out there. 30% hatch risk for wind. That is centered north of the tornado risk, as the tornado risk is mainly supercellular, but we could be seeing some QLCS spin-up tornadoes, and given this atmosphere, those could be more robust with some of the stronger tornadoes. 15% hatched risk for significant hail, not our main concern, but still a threat. Here is this tornado watch. It's a 90-70 watch, so one of the higher watches. 90% chance of seeing 2 or more tornadoes, and a 70% chance of seeing a strong tornado. So again, very concerning situation, and we do have a tornado warning south of Little Rock. We can sort of see the inflow notch and sort of make out a hook. It's not as convincing anymore. I'm not very convinced that there's a tornado now. Obviously, they kept the tornado warning in place for a reason. But it's looking less convincing. So, but again, if you're in Wrightsville, Woodson, Iron Springs, you need to get to your safe place if you're not already there. We have a new mesoscale discussion that we'll have to view soon. I believe this is for the Northern Watch, which is a less concerning watch. So, many of these areas, so I believe almost the entire state of Arkansas is under tornado warning. Not tornado warning, my apologies, tornado watch. And, yeah, we have this storm just south, or this little, I believe it was a spin up, just south of Little Rock. So this got very close to Little Rock. In mesoscale discussion 325, increasing risk for damaging winds and a few tornadoes. So this is for Tennessee and Arkansas. So this is for this corridor right here. This is where the new mesoscale discussion is. So that's that. And our main threat here is going to be damaging straight line winds and maybe a couple spin up tornadoes, but damaging straight line winds will be the concern. But down here in this corridor is where we could definitely be seeing some supercellular activity, as these supercells, these are going to move northeast, or northeast, I think, or just northeast, and they will they'll enter this very volatile atmosphere in this area, that will just likely produce or make the storms able to produce large, damaging, possibly long track tornadoes. So that is a very real threat today, and that's what we got so far. Nothing crazy has happened so far though, and we're hoping it will stay like that. But we'll we'll cover this right now. I wanted to come on again and just discuss the new tornado watch. So that is what we're looking at right now. Little Rock, the southern portions of Little Rock. I believe they're gonna allow this to expire, but again, we'll watch and see what they do, because it's not as convincing anymore. But again, it's up to the NWS. We'll watch what they do. So, yeah, we'll see what's happening, and we're gonna check back on the convection down south. We got this storm right here. We got these storms that are near Alexandria, and I don't believe they're rotating. They're not rotating yet, but I believe as they move, alright, they allowed that tornado warning to expire. So as these move, that was a really bad drawing. But these storms here, as they move northeast, we can expect them to quickly form and become tornadic. And the longer they stay discrete in nature, the longer they will have the opportunity to produce tornadoes. What in the world happened here? It's just a stack of reports, and they're all the same. It's every minute or two. What in the world? Okay, there's a lot of reports nationwide, but I think we can look. There's been major flooding today in southern Illinois and the surrounding areas, so Kentucky and the Missouri Boothel, Tennessee. So there's been a lot of stuff happening today, but obviously this is going to be the main event. No tornado warnings active currently, but we are going to stay here and watch for anything that decides to spark. We have a new mesoscale discussion. This is mesoscale discussion 326. Bringing that up here, and a couple of supercells possible during the next hour. Watch possible, it's a 40% chance, so not the highest. This is for central Louisiana, and this is for any cells that decide to form. The main threat obviously is going to be here once they really start to form, but a couple could quickly start to form and produce a couple tornadoes in that region. So that is why that is now in place. Watch is possible. And we can probably better see convection here. Alright, that Alexandria storm now has a special weather statement placed on it. Yeah, we're gonna start to see these storms really pick up. They're not in this crazy environment yet. That environment, I believe, is placed in this region, or a little bit north, or extended north. It's in that area, but yes, we have this region here that we believe is going to be the main place for strong, long-track tornadoes. And it's not just the supercells that can produce tornadoes. Again, we have this band of storms right here that you can see there are inflow notches. This is a nasty bow echo. Wow. That's a nasty bow echo. But we could be seeing embedded supercell, not embedded supercell, but tornadoes with embedded supercells, or supercells embedded in the line. We could be seeing tornadoes, and also given the atmosphere, those could be a bit more robust in some of the stronger tornadoes, EF2+. But mainly the threat for strong long-track tornadoes is going to be with these supercells if and when they form. This storm is interesting. This storm, if it can get together, it will have the opportunity to produce a tornado, because this thing is showing a little or some signs of rotation, and well, it's very broad, but if this thing can get its act together, it can really produce something nasty. Again, it's got that classic hook echo shape to it, and it's rotating a little bit, but again, given the atmosphere, it can probably do something that is not good. So we're gonna have to watch this storm. We'll continue to monitor all these storms, especially the supercells. So, yes, Hazelhurst, just south of there, south of Crystal Springs, Georgetown and Wesson, Tyra, Stronghope, Coanville, and Rockport. You all are in the severe thunderstorm warning. That is a tornado possible. Severe thunderstorm warning. I'm going to put this. So yeah, we will continue to monitor the storm and so here. Let's see a quick another look. It's kind of hard to tell what these are doing right now. They're still in the phase of forming, but this one's really got its. It looks pretty nasty on reflectivity again with that supercell look to it. I will have to leave a little bit to go get some dinner or something, but for now I'll stay here. Alright. That's really all we got right now, but this is, if the forecast comes true, then this is going to become active really quick. Also, one more issue I'd like to point out. This is our main area of concern. There are 0 radars in this area, so please bear with us today. Coverage is not going to be fun or easy today. It's never, but it's not going to be easy because radar coverage is not going to be good. Because we got, hopefully, is this a mobile? This is not a mobile radar. Okay, but there's a couple things that yeah. Alright. Yeah. There's very, very little and very poor radar coverage in this area. So in my opinion, I'd really try to put a radar in Greenville, because this is just the worst radar coverage you could possibly ask for. Arklamis is in a it's in a very lacking state of radars, so we need to there's nothing we can really do about it, but I don't know, it's quite annoying. That Jackson cell. Still pretty broad rotation, but we'll continue to watch it. Alright, for now, I'm going to go for now, but I will think we're gonna have one of our analysts come in here and take over for a little bit. And as I'm gonna go take a break. Yeah, he should be here soon. I'm gonna put something up here. Alright. I'm gonna just I'm gonna go for a little bit. I'll be back when things start to fire. But I believe we should have someone else in here covering. If not, then I'll try to post updates either on Twitter or on a YouTube community post. So I'll try to be updating and watching what's happening. Hey, y'all, just a quick update. So, we do have a new tornado warning. This is for Pine Bluff, and the rotation is decent, but not crazy. We'll continue to monitor the storm. I'll be posting updates on Twitter, and we'll watch this as it progresses. Otherwise, nothing else crazy has really been happening. This storm isn't really rotating, so we'll continue to watch as things progress. Alright, I apologize for the break, but we are back and we should be good to go for a while. So, this storm really got interesting. Turn off that. And extend this. One quick thing. Oh, not great. There, okay. So, this storm got interesting. As you can see, it's got a really well-defined hook. It's got a tornado warning on it now. So, Mendenhall, you guys really gotta take cover. This thing is recycling and it's coming up fast. It does not look good. So, you guys really have to take cover. So, Puckett, Gunn, Johns, Polkville, Lingle, and Burns, please take cover now. This storm is rotating and can really drop a tornado at any second, so please take cover. We do have another tornado warning up here. This is associated with our QLCS, and it's kind of unclear, but there is rotation. So Clarendon, please take cover. It's not only gonna be the tornado that's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be the damaging straight line winds as well. So you got both threats. So you please take cover. These storms here are starting to finally fire. So these storms will move again. We went over this a little bit earlier, but northeast. So those will move northeast and into an atmosphere that's very favorable for tornadoes. So that will be a problem. So yeah. Now, I don't know what's happening here, but something's happening with my radar omega. It does not matter. So yeah. Again, Mendenhall, Delo, Puckett, Gunn, Burns, the western portions of Sandpoint, Lingle, Polkville, Johns, please get to a safe place. Possible tornado coming near your area. So we are getting there. Get a new scan here. It looks a little bit less convincing on reflectivity, but we need to see now what velocity is going to say. Do you want to quickly go over this mesoscale discussion? MCD 327, and it will say here this area in Mississippi will be the most favorable place for tornadoes and severe thunderstorms. This doesn't look like it's rotating all too much anymore, but it's still like the rotation is still very much there. So please, well, this storm is recycling a lot, so and it can definitely spin up a quick tornado, or if it decides to, drop a big one, it might stay on the ground for a while. But this environment's not the same as the one over here, but still, please get to a safe place. I will turn on tornado watches. Yeah, because that'll actually be a little bit helpful. Yeah, there you go. Okay. So, again, please take cover. Same thing up here. It's pretty unclear, frankly, where this rotation is centered. But nonetheless, you need to be sheltered if you're in Clarendon, Row, Holly Grove, or any other surrounding areas. This storm is really interesting, so. checking something out real quick. Alright. So, this environment should quickly begin to become favorable for these tornadoes, and I believe we will start to see problems with this. Alright. So, again, we are we're entering this time now that we're gonna start to see this is gonna be closest to the peak that this event's gonna get. So, really need to watch out for this as these storms begin to fire. These little fragments of convection can form into supercells and produce thunderstorms or produce tornadoes. But we just got a new tornado warning right here. Oh, it's in a really bad radar hole. Okay. That's not good. Yeah, this is a really bad radar hole. Okay, well, there's some rotation in the higher levels, but still, it's not good. This radar coverage is really, really bad today in this area, so we really got to, there's a lot of uncertainty today in regard to, in regard to radar, like how accurate the radar is. There's quite a bit of concern because, again, we're in a radar hole, and these beams are, or the radar data is being taken from pretty long while away. Like, where's the closest radar? We're in the Little Rock radar. Let's see, how many miles are we away? Or how high is the beam height? 12,000 feet. So we can't get really a surface-based scan of this thing unless we're using a mobile radar. So if you are
How to use Jacksonville's, that's the best one I would think of. Jackson, Mississippi's radar.
Yeah,
A little bit of these.
Yeah, I stand corrected. So it's either one, but either way, pretty bad radar coverage. So if you're in Montrose, Portland, Dermot, McMillan Corner, Lake, the northern portions of Lake Village, Luna, Point Comfort, please get to a safe place now. A safe place means lowest floor, away from windows, most interior room in your house. Get, or whatever building you're in, cover yourself with pillows and blankets, and yeah, cover yourself with pillows and blankets. Have a helmet on, so you really need to take those precautions today, because these storms can be very dangerous. So we need to watch out for this stuff. Give me 1 second, guys. Alright. Again, we can't really get an accurate scan of the storm itself, but we'll have to work off of this. Which is quite unfortunate, but we'll do what we have to do. Montrose, Portland, Dermot, I'm not sure. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing a lot of these. In McMillan Corner, get to a safe place now. We're under a tornado warning, so a tornado is possible. Okay. Southeast Arkansas, apparently. Oh, this thing. Okay,
Hey
so
Joey, I'm looking right now at that latest tornado warning that just got issued a few minutes ago. I'm
yeah,
looking at
that's very discreet.
it is very discreet, and I'm looking at rotation levels throughout the storm, and I'm a little bit concerned on what it's trying to do. I'm not, I'll send you a screenshot on
Yeah,
it in a
this
second.
thing's entering a very, very favorable environment for. This is entering the place where we didn't want discrete supercells, but this thing is out in front of the line. If this thing can maintain itself, then we might have a tornado producer. Uh, we could have a tornado producing storm right here, approaching Greenville or just to the west of Greenville. So we could be seeing a bad situation.
Check CC on that. Check.
Check CC. It's probably Contam if I'm being honest because it's well if I did see a CC drop that'd be yeah, this is very, very inaccurate. Very unfortunate that we have a really bad radar hole or that we're in a very bad radar hole.
Yeah, yeah. I just wanted to see that just in case, because it could be Katamo. It actually is something to
I
deal with.
think it
But
is Contam. Hopefully we can get at least the public or some chasers here so we can hopefully get a better view on the storm. You can't even tell. Like there might be hail. I think that's some hail. But we can't really tell what the rotation's doing because it's not surface based, and I don't know. We're just gonna have to wait and see what this thing's doing. And mobile radar apparently. Apparently there's a mobile radar somewhere around here. I'm gonna try and get an eye on this thing. Alright, yeah, the mobile radars are not working, so I can't work off of those right now. They're not working. I don't know if they might be working for others, but it's not working for mine. So that's unfortunate. So we're gonna have to work off of this for now, which is not good because the radar hole is so bad. They really need to consider adding a radar somewhere near Greenville because this is very bad radar coverage, especially because this is such a meteorology like storm wise. This is such an active area, so we really need to. I don't know. It's not good. But it is a very discrete cell. There is nothing around this thing. This got out ahead of the line, and it's if this thing can maintain itself, like I said before, this is this thing could be a big tornado producer. I'm gonna be honest, that Jackson storm is looking less and less convincing.
I was about to come on and talk about that storm over there. It's really, really discreet, also, but
It's discreet,
it's
but
one of
it's
the.
just not in the same environment
It's
as
not.
these
It's not
other
taking the
storms are.
environment in fully enough to become one of those.
One of those big tornado producers. My concern right now is this storm that's just southwest or southeast, I apologize, of Monroe, because that looks to be forming and it's entering a radar hole. But if that thing can start to produce or start to rotate, then we can have some problems with that storm. So we'll have to watch all of these very closely today. Today's gonna be a very dangerous day. If the forecasts come true, then I think today could be a bad day. No new MCDs, no new outlooks, no new watches. We're just watching right now and seeing what's happening. Got a new scan on that storm. Yeah, Jackson looks like it's becoming mainly outflow. Actually, no, it's not. Hold on. We're gonna watch this thing closely because this has a history, not of producing tornadoes, but of recycling. Again, classic supercell shape, and you can sort of make out a velocity couplet there. So, um, new mesoscale discussion relating to the latest tornado watch, or the bigger, more concerning tornado watch. Supercells should intensify during the next hour or so, with a corresponding increase in tornado potential. So that is in. I can see this correctly. That is in this
Joey,
region. Yeah.
The ones that are, let's give me a second. The ones that are uh, southwest of Jackson are the ones I'm a little bit concerned about.
Ooh, yeah, those. Again, this is an awful radar hole. This is really bad. This is a really bad problem with radars. And this is not like just a let's take a look at satellite imagery. Alright. Yeah, that's not very helpful at the moment.
The cell that is west of Vicksburg, like immediately west, it's gonna go a little bit north west of Vicksburg. That's the one that's I'm watching very closely because that could tap into some really good positions.
Let's find that. Are you which one? Is it the one to the west?
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, it's not showing. I think this is going to intensify in the coming minutes, or in the coming hour. And I do believe this is going to intensify and become a problematic situation. And I think, this could become a tornado producer if this intensifies. But I'm really concerned about this Greenville storm because you can't see it. The mobile radars, personally, they're not functioning. I don't know. If we could get them to function, that'd be great. I cannot personally get them to function, so I'm really unsure. But as with the rest of the storms, we'll continue to watch them. This Jackson storm is becoming increasingly concerning. It looks to be wrapping back up south of Puckett, so we could.
Yeah. Keep an eye on that Jackson one. Like, really keep an eye on that.
Brandon Kopic's headed towards it. He should be able to get a decent view of that storm. I don't know how loud this is. It's probably quite loud for you guys. My apologies. But we're gonna need to see if we can get. Yeah, it's ironic. The radar is in Brandon, and Brandon Kopic's about to be there, so a little ironic. Let me show you this mesoscale discussion. So this is what they're talking about. They're talking about these supercells. They were the new MCD was concerning that one cell that we were just talking about that may attempt to produce a tornado or wrap up. So these cells are going to become very concerning. I did want to quickly go over the WPC excessive rainfall outlook. We do have a day 1 moderate risk, which means these areas have at least a 40% chance of seeing flash flooding or flooding. Actually, it is flash flooding within a point of 25 miles, so we will have to, again, please please be aware that tornadoes are not the only threat today. We do have a threat for damaging winds, but the other main big threat is flooding, because there's going to be, or there has been recently, a train of storms going across this area outlined in the outlook that's because that's causing a lot of flooding, because it's heavy rain after heavy rain after heavy rain, so it's just repetitive, and they could see some major flooding in those areas.
I'm trying to get a cam on Jacksonville here.
Alright, make sure it's looking south. Again, this rotation, it's there, but it's really, really hard to tell, because we're in a massive radar hole. So, we have to watch this, and hopefully it doesn't do anything. But, we'll, watch this. And it looks like it's intensified a bit, but again, we're just unsure, because we cannot get a surface-based scan. Alright, we do have chasers in place. Or there are chasers on this Jackson storm, so if and when a tornado drops, we'll see it. How many tornado warnings? We're down to 2 tornado warnings. One of them is the Jackson one. The other one is this Greenville storm. We do have flash flood warnings in Little Rock. Let's see here. Yeah, we have a lot of flash flood warnings in Central Arkansas. So, So, the tornado watch was extended a little while ago to include this area right here. That's incorrect, my apologies. So it was mainly like here before, but now it got extended to include these counties, so that was extended. But yeah, those are now in the watch until 12 a.m. We're watching the storm closely. We're very concerned because it's very difficult to see what's actually happening inside of the storm, so we're just very unsure on what it's gonna do.
Jordan Hall, Storm Chaser Jordan Hall is headed towards Vicksburg, which is the storm I was talking about.
Okay.
I'm also watching Jacksonville, Jackson, Mississippi, very closely. It is definitely really dark on all these cameras. You can definitely see a lot of rain coming down, but if there is anything spinning up or trying to, I cannot see it because it's definitely rain wrapped.
All right. I think the storm's gonna try and get itself together. The one just north of Winnsboro, it's gonna try and get its act together, and then produce something, because it's entering an environment that that's very favorable for tornadoes. It's still struggling right now, but if it can maintain itself and enter this environment, it will, I believe, rapidly intensify and become a possibly tornadic supercell. Alright. We have a new mesoscale discussion from the WPC. This is for flash flooding. So that is, I'm eyeballing this, but this region minus this back half, so it's just this. So this is for heavy rain and flash flooding. Again, the train of storms is occurring in this area, a little bit wider, but yeah, in that area there's a train of storms, so flash flooding will likely occur in these areas. I'm gonna watch the bear stream. Yeah, this storm isn't really doing too much right now, but we are gonna watch it, and we do have cameras on it. So I believe this camera is frozen.
Be careful. Very careful. Careful.
Alright. So, the storm, it's struggling currently. It's not doing well. But if it can get into that environment, then it will likely do something. Let's check that Jackson Storm. Jackson Storm is not doing too much. It's looking the same as it has since the beginning of its life, which is not great. And then we'll go back to that Greenville storm. Again, currently, this is the storm I am most concerned about, because this is discrete in nature, and it's discrete in nature, and it's rotating. So this thing can easily drop a large tornado at any point. Alright, they cut back the edge of the storm that is no longer in the warning. So Nothing really to say now. Just waiting for something to happen. Hopefully nothing happens, but
Thing about tonight is that the tornado potential goes all the way up to midnight. So till midnight, that's when the highest the jet stream is going to be from like now till about midnight and stuff. So we just really gotta be.
yeah, I think we got a donut hole on radar on the Jackson storm. So, but the velocity is not supporting it. So, I don't know what's happening there. It's a little confusing. I don't know. This storm's a little confusing, frankly. Not sure what it's trying to do or what it's gonna do, but it's gonna do something. And this storm is approaching Delhi. We'll watch the live stream and see what it's doing. Okay, we're gonna take Brett Adair's stream. Nothing seems to really be happening at this very moment. But we'll watch this. We're gonna take the screen smaller. Not what I needed. That is not okay. There we go. Okay. Should be fine for now. Alright. So we have Brad Arnold's. This is Brad Arnold. No, this is Brett Adair. My apologies. Okay, this is Brett Adair's stream here. And we're gonna watch it because he's on the storm.
The tornado warning for Polkville, Mississippi continues.
Alright. Thank you. Which is that the which okay, that's a southern storm. That's a Jackson storm.
Yep.
Alright. So this storm is rotating. It's not crazy rotation, but it's still rotating. So again, if you're in Lingle, far eastern Polkville, Trenton, you need to get to your safe place now. Possible tornado. That storm is really struggling. It's
Yeah, it is. It's
the low level
probably
lapse rates are just not helping its case either. So
no. Everything I believe, honestly, I'm gonna say Jackson, Mississippi, and kind of northwest is gonna be my favorite area for tornadoes because that storm down there, it's in a good spot. Don't get me wrong, it's just the lapse rates are not there.
yeah, I think they're gonna let that expire next. But the Greenville storm is just so difficult because it's in such a garbage place. But that is a new tornado warning for the next area. So let's see who's in this now. Scott, Lamont Shaw, Duncan Shelby, Cleveland, Beulah, and Pace. You guys are in this new warning, and you need to get to shelter immediately. this does look like it's wrapping up quite a bit. So we do need to watch this storm. The screed storm that we were talking about earlier. It's wrapping up, I believe, at least in the higher levels. But we cannot get a surface-based scan on the storm. So, again, if you're in these areas, so Lamont, Home Landing, Beulah, Shelby, Duncan, Cleveland, you need to get to a safe place. These storms are really struggling to get a handle on themselves. They're we have Brad Airstream in top right, so we're gonna try and see. All right. All right. So I think now starts the period that we're gonna really have to watch these storms develop, and they're really gonna try and produce something nasty. So we are gonna watch this for further development, but especially this southern storm that's just east of Monroe, I think we're gonna really have to watch for possible development.
Usually on days like today, it happens around 7:30, 8 o'clock. So we are.
Yeah, because that's when the low level jet really starts to kick in.
Yep.
And help
Yep.
these storms
Just
develop.
right on sunset. That's usually what it is. Sunset's happening right now. So
if anyone recalls our coverage on November 4th, that's exactly what happened. We didn't really have any storms besides that one storm earlier that produced a violent tornado. Otherwise, we didn't really have many storms, and then a bunch of supercells really just sparked and were able to produce violent tornadoes. So I believe that's what we're gonna have tonight. We're gonna have in case of violent or like strong long track tornadoes. If these cells can get going, then we will have that, and that will be a main concern. I'm gonna continue to check social media and SBC and all these things. This is on a different note, though. Northeastern Illinois is forecast by the RAP, at least. It's not gonna likely happen, but it said like 20 inches of snow in like Lake County, McHenry County. That's not likely to happen at all, and it's probably not going to happen.
at least 6 inches. At least 6 inches.
Likely, but it's likely not going to be 20. Anyways, the Greenville storm is wrapping up. I believe it is wrapping up, and it is this storm is intensifying. It's doing exactly what we thought it would. So again, if you're in Priscilla, Lamont, Home Landing, Beulah, Shelby, Cleveland, Boyle, please get to a safe place immediately. I don't know what storm. Can I get a different radar on this? That's not any better. Okay. I want this storm that's to the east of Monroe to move because it's in a really bad radar hole. The Jackson storm, I don't think is going to be producing a tornado anytime soon. I do think this storm though is about to produce a tornado if it's not already. It's this rotation, at least in the higher levels, which I know is not that helpful, but it is very strong. So we really have to watch out for this storm.
This is definitely the strongest rotation we've seen all day.
Yeah. Which very very concerning. We need to watch out for this storm. We're gonna actually switch over to correlation coefficient. And there's a lot of contam, so it's not gonna be that helpful, but if we can get to the point where we can see a distinct CC drop. Alright. I don't think we'll be able to see a distinct CC drop with the storm. It's too contaminated.
It's a lot of mini rain cells around it that is messing with it. But what I was gonna say is that I think what this storm definitely does have, what we can say that much, is a good hail core and a lot of rain with it, because I'm getting pinks and purples on my radar.
Yeah. This is definitely producing a lot of hail. I'm gonna see what this storm is doing. Okay. Brad Arnold's turn does not seem to be helping at this moment. Brett Adair is moving now. That for some reason we missed that. He is. All right. The Rayville storm is kind of beginning to get itself together. So
It's around 10:30, 11 o'clock. Then I'll be feeling a little. Between that time frame, that jet's gonna start really kicking up.
Yeah, that is gonna, the threat's gonna get more substantial around that time. 7:38. It's getting to that time that I think this is going to produce something. And this storm up here, it's not a mess. It's just the radar is depicting it as a mess because it is so far away. Again, let's go to radar scope just to see, like, can measure how far away we are. We're gonna change to the Jackson radar. Okay, yeah, the beam height is over 9,000 feet, which is really, really not helpful. So that makes this a lot more difficult. So we have to watch. This rotation still seems decently significant, so we'll continue to watch this. Obviously, there's a tornado warning on it, so we're gonna continue to watch it. Did I miss? No, just that and then the storm. Yeah, this Jackson storm, they're gonna let the warning expire. It's moved out of the warning area, so if you're in Lingle, Trenton, or Polkville, you can come out of your safe place now.
It's on a severe thunderstorm warning for tornado possible tag. Again, 60 miles an hour.
I don't think it's gonna produce.
They're getting rid of the tornado.
Yeah, I doubt it's gonna produce a tornado. I'm highly doubtful. Alright.
I mean, if you're in Jackson tonight, Jackson is split up into two areas. Northwest of town, that's my tornado concern area. Southeast of town, you isolated tornado, I would say, to be honest. But It's there, the tornado chance is there, but that northwest side is a big concern.
All right. We're I think that storm's starting to take off now. Yeah. All right. The one that's to the east of Monroe is beginning to get itself together. I think this thing is going to attempt to get itself together. Took a while, but I think now we're gonna see this thing begin to produce tornadoes. Alright, yeah. We're gonna watch this cell very closely. I think it's going to begin to rotate and try to produce a tornado. Okay. Tornado warning for the Jackson storm has expired. Alright, we're gonna check some other sites to see what else
The
is
one
happening.
that you're looking at, northeast and Monroe and Vicksburg and stuff, that as of right now is definitely the biggest concern. My only thinking that maybe to where we could get lucky if this doesn't produce a tornado within the next hour or so, it's going to run into the main line at some.
Alright.
But till then, this has that chance. We're entering a period. Again, I've said this a lot. We're gonna start to see cells ramp up, and I think we can see some tornadoes if they can. So yeah, we're gonna watch what happens. This thing's gonna start to rotate very soon. Who's in position? I believe. He is.
Yeah, just goes to M's.
I apologize.
Just goes to M's. Try to see. I mean, if you see somewhere that's clear, yeah. If you don't, keep going.
Well, maybe up here in Warden,
Okay.
they might be opening, just a brief opening.
Alright.
Who's the storm chaser that's on that storm?
That is Brad Arnold.
Thank you.
If you see anything on the stream, please tell me. Alright. And there's actually two more chasers. We have Vince Welty on this, and Brad Adair on this. So we have three chasers on this one storm that's finally getting to the point where it might start to produce or attempt to produce a tornado.
Out of any cell, this is the one to go after as of right now.
Yep.
You're watching Brad Arnold's stream, right?
I was.
Go back to it and then keep watching it because there's some low
Something that would
files
be in
on
this
this thing.
Would it do
Very,
something
very
that would be in this area that should...
Yeah.
How do I reduce the volume on settings? Not what I wanted. Not what I wanted either. Okay.
Left side of the screen on Brad Arnold's stream. Left side of the screen.
Alright. Locating cloud then.
We're about to go into more of it.
Tree lines blocking my concentrate on what he's concentrated on too, but in a second hopefully it opens up and then you'll be able to see it.
I can't tell if that's a wall cloud.
We need to get to take us to Lake Providence.
I don't think it is.
Hard to see what it is, but it's definitely low. That's the thing.
It's a low-hanging cloud. I don't believe it's a wall cloud.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep an eye on it though, because if it does get low and start rotating, let me know.
Alright. I believe this is our one chance to actually see a tornado tonight. Well, besides the QLCS. But as far as supercell tornadoes, I believe this is our one shot to see a tornado. So.
The other one I think could potentially have its chance is the one that's just straight east of Monroe now, between Monroe and Vicksburg.
Isn't that the storm that we were just on?
Like a while ago, we haven't really mentioned it for a little bit though.
That's the storm I was just talking about.
Oh, sorry.
Isn't that the one near Warden? I don't think we were talking
No.
about the same storm.
No, not that.
Anyways, there's a new tornado warning. I believe it's to do with the line. The embedded. Yep, it's up here. Yeah, this thing's rotating.
That section up there by Memphis has been really going off in the past couple of minutes.
Yeah. You can see the inflow notch. Actually, no. But this thing is rotating, and you can see it on reflectivity and somewhat on velocity, so if you are in this warning polygon, you need to take cover, so. Alright, so, Olive Branch, Osceola, Luxor, I'm sorry, I cannot pronounce any of these. Burdette, Barfield, and, Tomato, please take cover immediately. Possible tornado headed for your location. I think this storm, the Jackson storm, has really become a damaging wind threat.
I can very much agree on that.
Yeah, this is really becoming a damaging wind threat. You can almost see it's bowing out, basically.
It is really dark and bright on the street.
Yeah. This might produce something. This might start to wrap up and produce something. I will take a look at this storm up here. It's not the most convincing at the moment, but it's not super convincing at this moment, but it could wrap up. Again, it's in that environment, so this could easily wrap up. This is the worst radar hole. This is terrible. This Monroe storm is really trying to get its act together, so.
It has my eye. It's discreet. That's the thing too. So
Yeah, so if this thing can get itself together, it would likely produce a tornado. Possibly.
I feel like it's even more discreet than the northern storm.
It is. Yeah, it is. It's very discreet in nature, so if it can get its act together and begin to rotate, it can likely put down a long track tornado. Alright. We're gonna check back on this northern Memphis storm. Oh, wow. Oh, look just to the north of it. I don't know if that's a really distinct note. Like, I don't think that's the rotation. But if that is a rotation, then that is very concerning. This is a nasty line of storms headed for Memphis.
You definitely can see why they won that Memphis storm. Definitely see why.
Alright.
That's a lot of lightning.
I personally do not have the lightning stuff on, so I'm not completely sure.
Now I'm watching his Blood Orange. That's a lot of lightning.
Oh, okay. You're watching the stream. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. When we get past this curve, stop and let me get the visual of it. Alright, slow down.
Guys, pink
Stop.
storm lost.
Let me take a look at it.
Look, like,
Just keep going a little bit, then. If there's nowhere to pull off, just pull off some. There are no roads?
Remember the spot?
Nah, that's mud.
Yeah.
Here, just stop for like 2 seconds. There's nobody behind you, is there?
watch this thing. It doesn't look to be producing a tornado at this very moment. but that could quickly change. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be back in a little bit. Analyst will be here, so yeah.
Hey, Fred does have a low wing, but no funnels and nothing to say, but he does have a low wing. Joey, if you can hear me, then you need to come back.
Alright, all. I am back. We are here. Alright.
I just want to give you a quick update of what's going on. The northern storm, been one that we've been following for a very long time, saying it
Got
could
serious
produce.
thunderstorm warning.
Yeah.
See that now.
Also, Brandon Alden did confirm a wall cloud has something it's trying to put down a funnel.
Oh,
It's
it is
got
pitch black on a stream.
we cannot see anything.
Yeah, it is pitch black. So, zero vision on that. I should probably take a look at this. Alright.
We literally watched the wall cloud form right in front on stream 5 minutes ago.
Alright, this is not yet in the well, it's entering the volatile atmosphere, but or it's gonna continue to enter that environment, and hopefully it won't produce a tornado, but we'll continue to watch.
This is what's trouble about nighttime and tornadoes and storms. Can't see anything.
Yeah. That is the one main problem with nighttime tornadoes. Alright. I think this thing is gonna attempt to rotate.
I will say in the past about 10 minutes, this storm has a huge amount of lightning with it from just viewing Brian Allwood's stream.
Alright. We're gonna take a
Look at your. Look at your cell phone too and see where the turns are at.
Yeah.
Tell where the turns are at by doing that.
Alright, for now, we're about an hour up here to the left.
It'll be interesting to what they do with the O1Z outlook.
Depending on what they think could potentially happen, I don't really know if the entity, the amount of it's going to stand. But I don't know.
Alright. We're gonna watch this thing as it's gonna do something. That's what we've been doing. But we'll continue to do the same. Alright. We'll watch this thing progress further.
We have a new tornado warning on that, Zach.
Okay, we will check that out. What do we got? Okay, this is the. Is this an extension of the Cleveland storm? Yeah, I don't know what this cell is doing. I know we have the QLCS tornado warning, but we'll take a look at that. It's not too convincing, but you need, if you're in that polygon, you still need to get to your safe place. Okay. Man, why does radar coverage have to be so bad for this event?
Oh my god, this lightning now on Battle on Extreme.
I'm gonna go back to that storm. Oh, the stream is not currently functioning. I don't know. Alright. Still not really any rotation on the storm that we're watching here. So we'll see what's happening. Check back on that other cell. I think by now, today could have been a lot worse, but we do have a new tornado warning. It's about to get issued. About to come in.
Just got issued.
Which storm is it?
Cleveland.
Okay. So it's another extension. Alright. So now, Charleston, Webb, Albin, Swan Lake, Glendora, and Paynes. Now is the time to get to your safe spot as we have a possible tornado headed for your location. So please get to a safe spot.
New tornado warning.
Oh, yep, it's okay. This is rotating.
Like Providence.
Storm that we were watching has just now been issued a tornado warning. So Hollybrook, Lake Providence, Hopedale, and Mayersville, you need to get to your safe place now. Let's review what that is. You need to get to the most interior, lowest room in whatever building you're in, away from windows, cover yourself with pillows and blankets, and have a helmet, because you need to be protected from flying debris. Yeah, this is intensifying. Alright. So this rotation is doing exactly what we thought it would. This is intensifying. And, everyone in these areas that I just previously mentioned needs to get to a safe place now. We have a tornado warning for a possible tornado. Brad Arnold's stream is still not functioning, so we're gonna have to just go off of radar alone, which is not preferable, but something that we have to do sometimes. So,
Have Van Allen up from YouTube, if that helps.
is he up on? Can you find any other means of seeing where
Yeah, I
he
can
is?
look. Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah, he's We'll try and see. Try and copy that and see if we can get a link. I got a downloaded. I downloaded a file. Yeah, okay, that's not what we wanted. Okay. I'm gonna try and see if we can find any. Is he live? He is in fact live. Alright. I found his stream. Oh, this thing's intensifying. This is going fast. This is intensifying a lot. This is exactly what we thought it would do. And
Which
it is
storm?
currently doing so.
Which storm?
The Lake Providence.
Thank you.
It is rapidly intensifying. Okay, this is
That's unexpected.
yeah, this was what we thought it would do, and it is unfortunately doing so. So, Lake Providence, Mayersville, Hopedale, please get to a safe place. A tornado dropping out of the storm is becoming more likely, and this thing is rapidly intensifying. So, please get to shelter. I don't know how populated this area is. I hope it's not very. However, there are these other areas, like some of these towns are decently populated, so we hope if a tornado does drop, it misses, obviously. But, okay, we're gonna watch this thing. So, again, we're gonna hope that this thing doesn't do what we think it's gonna do, which is drop a big tornado, but I think this thing's gonna drop a tornado. And I think it's gonna be a big tornado. Might be a strong one, given the environment and the data that we're seeing off of this. I think this could be our first big tornado. Alright. And this is now turned into a nighttime event, because it is pitch black. Oh yeah, this is gonna drop. This is gonna drop a tornado, I believe. Yeah. I think this is gonna drop a tornado. Mayersville, Hopedale, get to shelter immediately. You are in the direct path of this possible tornado. Please get to shelter. Alright. Brad's stream should be back. Not back. We can just hear audio, we can't hear anything else. Or see anything else. Apparently Reed Timmer's got a good view of this. We're gonna try and see what he's got. He is on that storm, so...
Lake Providence or the other one?
Lake Providence. Reed Timmer's on it, and apparently he's got a funnel.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get his Storm Chaser's feet up because
But it is
a lot of
so...
pitch black.
It is
Just
so dark,
not-
you can't see it.
Yeah.
And this is the
Yeah.
danger of nighttime chasing, or just nighttime tornadoes, you just can't see it. I actually am gonna turn on smoothing real quick, because I think it'll help depict something else better. Yeah, okay. I think it's intensifying even more. Oh, that's a lot of lightning. There's a ton of lightning with this storm. Just gonna watch Reed Timmer's stream real quick. Alright. Doesn't appear to be a tornado on the ground, but there could be a funnel. Yeah, I think this is gonna produce a tornado. So Mayersville and Hopedale, you please get to shelter immediately. I think this one's gonna produce a tornado at this point, and I think this is gonna be a big tornado.
Hey, I don't want to say too much, but this might be on the ground.
Whose stream are you looking at?
Reed Timmer.
I'm looking at it too. I'm trying to depict something. It's just so dark. Is he saying stuff about it? Because I can't hear it.
Yeah, he's saying that it might be on the ground.
Okay. He said, "Here we go." So we're gonna watch this. See what happens. Alright. It's further intensifying. It got an extension warning. So now Rolling Fork and Anguilla, Silver City, Louise, Midnight, Belzoni, get to shelter immediately. Possible tornado or tornado on the ground is headed for your location, and you need to be ready for it. This could be a big tornado, and it is very strong velocity couplet. I think this could be a big, strong tornado. I do have smoothing on currently because it is helping depict the storm, because pixelated is not helping. I am gonna leave the storm real quick because apparently the eastern Mississippi storm is back up and apparently could be issued a warning soon because that does look pretty concerning. Apparently this might be on the ground. I don't think it's gonna show up on CC. It looks to be over mainly farmland.
Yeah, it is. This is definitely a flatter area.
But if this
Not
hits
that.
Rolling Fork,
I will
Rolling
also.
Fork, you need to be in your safe place immediately.
This is really, really
believe
low.
that this is a tornado
way
on the
close.
ground, and you need to be in your safe place for this approaching storm. Alright.
This signal is back after loss on Reed Timmer.
Oh, it's back, yep. Okay. Yeah, there's no CC drop. I don't think this is gonna direct... I don't know. If it's continuing the same path as right now, this thing could easily hit Rolling Fork. We're gonna keep our eye on this, and it seems to further be intensifying. We could have a big storm, or not a big storm, but we could have a tornado on the ground at this point. Okay. See a weird tornado warning. Don't know what's that is for, but you can see a classic hook shape on radar, on reflectivity. You can see we have a very, very well-defined velocity couplet. This could be a strong tornado if it's on the ground. So,
It's not on the ground yet. It's definitely trying its best. This is the closest we've been to having an on-the-ground tornado today.
and we have a donut hole, so the very strong rotation with this storm. So it's definitely, I definitely believe this is gonna try to produce something on the ground, or get something on the ground. So
Their feed went offline again.
yeah. Apparently, looks like it is per radar. Don't
Feed's
think
back.
so. I don't think so. I don't see evidence of this thing being on the ground. Apparently, there's a PDS warning now in place. Alright, yep, PDS tornado warning. It's gonna pop up soon.
Okay, yep, we got it.
Yep, PDS tornado warning. It's not showing up on Radar Omega yet. Maybe it's on a radar scope. Darn, not what I wanted. Not what I wanted either. Is this radar indicated, or... Yeah, alright, here we go. Wow, this thing is strong. This thing's gonna produce a strong tornado if it, in fact, does drop a tornado. Because that velocity couplet is nuts. Not see it. There we go. Okay. We have a large, extremely dangerous tornado near Rolling Fork. Rolling Fork and Gila, don't know how to pronounce all these town names, but you need to be on your you need to be in your safe place. We have a big tornado. Apparently it's on the ground, and they extended the PDS to the other warning as well. Get to shelter immediately. This is a big tornado, and I believe this one's strong based off velocity alone. Hopefully this misses Rolling Fork and Gila. Hopefully there are not many structures between, if any. But you need to get to shelter immediately. Alright. Trying to watch Reed Timmer stream just to see where it is. I think it's to his left. I think he's got a big tornado. Alright. I don't think Brad's stream is back. But it's not showing as much as Reed's. I'm gonna continue watching Reed's. Okay.
Rolling Fork has sirens going. Rolling Fork has sirens.
Oh yeah, this thing's definitely on the ground. 100% this thing's on the ground. Yeah, this velocity couplet is absolutely crazy. This thing is a strong tornado. This is a strong tornado, and anyone in this path needs to get to shelter. This may hit Rolling Fork. Alright. I'm gonna try and... Oh, I think I see it. That is a big tornado. This is on Reed Timmer stream on his channel. This is, I believe...
News.
This is, I think, is a big tornado. Yeah, this is a wedge. Alright. Okay. I'm trying to watch and see if this thing is as dangerous as we think it is. Alright, anyone in Rolling Fork, Riverside Junction, Anguilla, Booth, Lorenzen, get to shelter immediately. This is a strong tornado. This is a very dangerous tornado, and it is approaching that area. So you need to get to shelter immediately. We're just hoping, we're praying that this thing misses. But this is a monster tornado. Alright, I got the link of a picture of it. We got a picture of it. This thing is on the ground. And apparently we got a CC drop now. We got a CC drop. Alright. Rolling Fork, get to shelter immediately.
Hey, Toby, this is potentially taking a direct hit on Rolling Fork right now.
Yeah. Rolling Fork, you need to get to shelter. Immediately. Praying this misses Rolling Fork. Because this could... I don't know. This could definitely hit Rolling Fork. And there's 726 people in this place.
Oh my god. Oh my
It
god.
is a wedge. It is a monster wedge tornado. Yeah. This thing is a monster. Rolling Fork, you have to be in your safe place now. This is a violent tornado. This is, no. This is a violent tornado. You need to get to shelter immediately. This is a wedge tornado. Big wedge monster tornado. We're hoping this thing misses Rolling Fork. Reed just lost connection. Alright. Tornado emergency. Wait, do we have a tornado emergency? Yep, we have a tornado emergency. Tornado emergency for Rolling Fork and Gila. Yeah, we got a tornado emergency. Yep, here it is. Tornado emergency. For Rolling Fork and Anguilla, you guys need to get to shelter. This is a monster tornado. This is a possibly deadly situation. It's going right through downtown Rolling Fork. Get to shelter immediately. If you're not already there, you need to be there, because this is a large tornado. Did they just drop it? I'm a little confused, because it popped up and then it wasn't. Hold on. They just... Yeah. Alright, we have a tornado emergency, guys. This is a... Alright, Rolling Fork, you need to get to shelter immediately. Get to shelter. If you're not already there, get underground. You're in great danger if you are not underground. Rolling Fork, get to shelter immediately. This is a life-threatening, possibly deadly situation. Oh, no. This is a massive wedge tornado. Rolling Fork and Gila, get to shelter immediately. Silver City, Belzoni, Shadersville, Louise, Anchorage, Midnight. Get to shelter. You are under a tornado emergency. This is the highest form of tornado warning. This is when only a strong to violent tornado is on the ground. You need to get to shelter now. Get to shelter. This is a life-threatening situation. Please, get to shelter. Oh, goodness, I don't want to see the CC of this thing when it Okay. Yeah, CC got. We don't have the CC. After it went through the city, or town. You need to get to shelter. You're not. Your life is in great danger if you are above ground. And this thing is only intensifying. Okay. Yeah, it's straight through Rolling Fork. This thing is going straight through Rolling Fork. Please, get to shelter immediately. If you're on Rolling Fork, Schraderville, Anguilla, Anchorage, Louise, Midnight, Silver City, Belzoni, any of these areas, get to shelter. This is a large, violent tornado on the ground going straight through this town. So you need to get to shelter immediately if you're in this path. The moderate risk has been dropped from the day one outlook, but that is not what we're focusing on right now. You need to get to shelter immediately. If you are not already in your safe place, you need to get to shelter. This is just you have to get to shelter, and you have to be underground, or else your life is in great danger. So you need to get underground now. Goodness. Alright. I'm gonna watch what this thing's doing. Very concerned for Rolling Fork. And the entire velocity just turned blue and black.
Warning continues. Tornado emergency continues.
The entire, yeah, the debris ball just widened after it hit Rolling Fork. It went straight through the center of town. The moderate risk has been dropped to an enhanced risk with a 10% hatch risk of tornadoes still active. So that's really not what we're looking at right now. We're looking at this. Okay. I think my velocity is glitching right now, but this is apparently there's a audible roar to this storm. Just get to shelter immediately. If you are not in a safe place now, you need to be. Oh my goodness. That is... I just saw an image of the tornado. I sent a image of it. I will post this on Twitter. This thing is a monster. And the debris ball just widened further. Hopefully this misses all other towns or cities. The only thing in its path now... Oh, please don't hit Anguilla. Please don't hit this place. I don't think it will. I think it will pass to the south. But... Okay. Okay, yeah, this thing is a violent tornado. This is a monster tornado. You have to get to shelter immediately.
Oh my god, that photo.
Yeah. Alright. This is just based off velocity and CC. This is a violent tornado, I believe. This is strong to violent tornado, and it's still on the ground. We know it's on the ground. What's beam height here? This is... If that's a really high beam height, then I'm frankly very concerned. That's like 4,500 feet, and we're seeing a very well-defined signature. Yeah, tornado emergency is maintained. And this is what we were hoping would not happen tonight, but this storm did get its act together and did drop a large, strong, potentially violent tornado. But the story's not over here. Holland Landing, you are in the direct path of this. Just get to shelter. Tornado emergency has been continued. You need to get to shelter immediately if you're on the path of this storm. This is a very, very dangerous tornado. CC has shrunk a little bit, but, you know, this is... Still, that's because it hasn't hit anything since, it hit Rolling Fork, but... Holland Landing, you need to be in your safe place immediately. This is directly coming for you. Apparently there are damage photos. I'm not sure. Alright, yeah, this Emerson says EF4 plus, but that's Emerson. We cannot confirm because it's a lot of these velocities were
Let's not go forward and say what is what. Let's wait till the national weather service gets out there. One thing I will say though
Emerson
is
just it's just the representation of what we believe it'll be, but we're not completely sure.
yeah, and also I would say on the west side of that town there's a lot of mobile homes.
Oh shoot. Wait, there's mobile homes?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're looking at damage photos right now from Ryan Stream, and it does not look good. We see something that was flattened. We don't know what it was, but it was flattened. Yeah, Holland Landing. If you're not in your safe place right now, you need to be. The debris ball's right over you. SBC said themselves that this is an intense EF3 plus tornado in their newest mesoscale discussion. I just closed the radar. Yeah, they just said themselves that this is an EF3 plus tornado. Please don't hit Belzoni. Belzoni is a high population center. And this thing is intensifying. That's all it's doing is intensifying. This is going to be a long track tornado. A long track, strong, possibly violent tornado. You have to be in your safe place now, or I'm gonna say it, your chances of survival are not the highest because this is a violent, strong, intense, possibly violent tornado. So please get to shelter immediately. Let's see. I believe we just there's a home that was flattened, which is heartbreaking. All right. All right. Yeah. This, as we know, there's been substantial terrible damage, but we have to continue to watch this because this is a continuing tornado. This is continuing to be a violent tornado. Can you relay any damage things or anything to relate with Rolling Fork or Highland Landing?
Yeah, I'm looking at all that stuff. It's gonna take a little bit to get information,
Thank
but
you. I don't know if it's intensified or if it's like sort of weakening. I don't believe it's weakening. Does not seem to be. This still seems like a strong, intense, violent tornado. Goodness, please die down. Please die down. Yeah, this is. Alright, we still have a debris ball. This went over Holland Landing, and this had a big debris ball, and still has a big debris ball. We do have a new tornado warning. We'll go over that in a second, but this is a tornado emergency currently. A tornado emergency for Ritchie, Bombers, Midnight, Silver City, Belzoni. Please do not hit Belzoni. Please do not hit Belzoni. That is a high population center. Alright. I don't know if it's lifted or not. It really hasn't hit much since it hit Holland Landing and Rolling Fork. Debris ball is still debris ball is still apparent. Tornado emergency has been continued. Chaser Marcus Reynolds was hit by a tornado, but it appears to be okay. Yeah, this thing is still very, very strong. This is a possibly violent tornado. Apparently debris was lofted 34,000 feet into the air. So we don't know. We believe it's still on the ground at this Alright. According to Storm Chaser Marcus Reynolds, Rolling Fork is basically destroyed by this monster tornado. And apparently debris was lofted above 30,000 feet. 34,000 feet to the air. We're trying to see what's...
I'm sorry, I'm cutting in and out. My Wi-Fi is bad right now, and I'm not doing so good on my Wi-Fi. But I'm trying to get some reports in. That seems like a photo from Ryan's stream has shown some decent damage to me. It looks like some type of home may be damaged. There's a lot of debris on the road. That's what I see. But
yeah, according to yeah, apparently, okay, this is from another chaser. Every chaser needed to Rolling Fork. There's catastrophic damage. Major damage in Rolling Fork. Give me 1 second. I'm going to mute desktop audio so I can hear something. Yeah, we have a violent tornado. We still have a violent tornado on the ground. South of Bombers. Midnight, Silver City, Belzoni, take cover. Alright. Tornado emergency has been maintained. anyone in the path of the storm, said your location a lot of times now, but you need to get to shelter immediately. This is a violent tornado. Massive violent tornado. Alright. If you are thinking about trying to go help in this area, please stay out of Rolling Fork because it will just, this is, yeah. Please do not go there because this will just make it harder for EMS and emergency services. So please stay out of that area. Alright. This is a nasty tornado, and it's still on the ground. Yeah, again, that we know that this has produced catastrophic damage. So you need to you need to get to cover. Get to shelter. Midnight, Silver City, Belzoni. Grass Lake, Mathena. Get to shelter. This is a tornado emergency, a violent tornado. A tornado emergency has been continued further for these areas. How fast is this thing moving? 50 miles an hour. Not what I wanted. You guys got very ample time to get to shelter.
And glad that they did, and there were also
Okay.
a couple other chasers on there so that we could get immediate
Here's something, I'm not
confirmation
sure
that
what.
yes, this is dangerous.
That's what I was hearing. Okay. Midnight, Silver City. Get to cover now. This is a very dangerous tornado. It's still on the ground. Very large, destructive tornado. This wiped out a lot of buildings in Rolling Fork. My apologies. You need to get to shelter. We have a new tornado warning somewhere, but we need to keep on this for now, because this thing is violent. We have trees debarked, buildings flattened, cars tossed.
I'm back.
Yeah. If you are not EMS and you're thinking about going into Rolling Stone, please stay out, because it will just make their job harder. So please stay out of Rolling Stone. Or Rolling Fork, my apologies again. I'm gonna retweet this. This is from Zach Hall. Damage is really bad. People are trapped, and I can just see debarked trees, flattened homes. You need to get the shelter. If you're in this tornado emergency, you're not in your shelter already, get there now. This is a dangerous tornado. I'm gonna say violent, because this thing is, I believe this thing is still on the ground. We have reason to believe this is still on the ground. People are trapped in under buildings in Rolling Stone. Pray for Rolling Stone now. Please pray for Rolling Stone.
Hey, Joey, I'm trying to. This is really hard for me to take this in right now.
Take as much time as
These
you need.
photos,
Take as much
these
time as
photos
you
are
need.
coming in. This is bad, man. This is so bad.
Go take a break. Go take a break. Man, debark trees. Man, this is a violent tornado, guys. This is not over. Silver City, midnight. You are about to be hit by this tornado. Midnight, you guys need to take shelter. You just got to get to shelter. This is a violent tornado. This is a catastrophic tornado. Tornado that's produced mass damage. That is catastrophic damage. So you need to get to shelter immediately. Can we see? Okay. Midnight. I hope you're in a safe spot. You need to you need to get to safety now.
There's literally nothing left on these photos. I mean,
It's
these trees,
catastrophic
box are
damage.
gone.
As I hate, and we're seeing debris that's likely been lofted up to 40,000 feet in the air.
They are begging for any help possible to get to Wallingford immediately. Any help
There are
possible.
people trapped. I don't know what to say because people are saying stay out if you're not EMS, but also they need help. Yeah, just Silver City, midnight, you need to get to shelter. I think this thing's gonna hit midnight, or at least the northern portions of midnight. Alright. Alright. No, midnight, you have to get to shelter. Midnight, Silver City, Belzoni, Brooklyn, Grass Lake, Mathena, you need to get to shelter immediately. Apparently, most, if not all, houses in Rolling Fork are just piles of rubble. Midnight has a population of 31 people. There's a lot of buildings here. I don't know. It went over the northern portions of Midnight. I think downtown Midnight was... They might have been spared, they might not have. I'm not sure. Alright. Listen, Silver City. This is coming right for you guys. You need to take shelter immediately. Silver City. This is a catastrophic tornado. You have to get to shelter.
I'll be.
Alright.
I got it.
This is a long track. This is a long track violent tornado. This is. All right, Walnut Street reported extreme, like not just heavy damage. Rolling Fork is a mess. If you're near Rolling Fork, they need your help. There are people trapped. Buildings are just piles of rubble. So you have to get to shelter. There's another confirmed tornado warning. I'm not sure which one it is. It might be an extension of this one. Yeah, it's an extension. Okay. It's the extension of the tornado emergency. Alright. Silver City. I've been saying it for the past while, but you're about to Silver City, you have to get to shelter immediately. You're about to take a direct hit from this tornado. Apparently Vince Welty has a view of it.
Time. North Carrollton round to 9:30 p.m. Central.
RFD just took the drone down.
Other locations affected by this tornadic thunderstorm include Creature and Carrollton.
It's right in the middle there, folks.
Tornado
Violent
is on the ground.
tornado.
Take cover now. Move to a.
For those of you wondering why the debris ball has gone down, it's because it hasn't hit anything, and we hope it will lift before it hits Silver City, but it looks unlikely. Yeah. You guys have to take shelter. Silver City.
Is there any way we could you can mute the stream and we could talk separately for 1 second?
Give me 1 second. Alright. Silver City's taking a direct hit right now. Yeah, just... I don't know, this is what we were talking about when I was back here near Lake Providence. This thing was just a small thing, and we were just saying if it got its act together, it would produce something violent.
The warning
Now
has moved out of the warned area.
we're gonna watch it.
Tornado has crossed whatever highway this is. It appears it has crossed whatever highway this is.
Northwestern and West Central Mississippi.
That was power flash.
Tornado emergency for Silver City.
Tornado emergency has
The
been...
tornado warning remains in effect until 9 p.m. Central Daylight Time for Outbreak County and 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time. A confirmed large and destructive tornado is located near Belzoni, moving northeast at 55 miles per hour. Tornado emergency for Silver City.
Tornado
This is a particularly dangerous situation.
for Silver
Take cover.
City. Please, please, get to shelter immediately.
You are in a life-threatening situation.
Alright, Tornado, where are you?
Deadly to those caught without shelter.
Where are you, Tornado? Tornado should be to our right.
Considerable damage to homes
We're good, guys.
and vehicles is likely and
We are safe.
destruction is possible.
RFD right now, rear flank downdraft, just blasting the hell out of us.
Repeat, a large, extremely dangerous, and potentially deadly tornado is on the ground. To protect your life, take cover now. Move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building.
That was a huge tornado.
Avoid windows. In a mobile home, a vehicle, or outdoors, move to the closest substantial
Yeah,
shelter
that was
and
a
protect
fine
yourself from flying debris. Tornadoes are extremely difficult to see.
Oh, damn surge.
Do not wait to see or hear the tornado. Take cover now. A large and extremely dangerous tornado is on the
Oh,
ground.
damage path. There's, did you see, guys see that? Got this,
Situation.
signs down. I think this is where it crossed.
Northeastern Tallahatchie County is canceled.
Where I'm driving right now, I believe, is where the tornado crossed. There's some signs down. It's right at the Silver City Corp limit sign.
A tornado watch remains in effect until midnight Central Daylight Time for
I think the tornado crossed right here.
tornado emergency.
Oh, that was green. That might have been a power flash.
Tornado
Where is
warning
it?
remains in effect until 9 Central Daylight
right through Silver City.
I'm approaching. I don't know how big Silver City is. I don't know if it's a town or just an intersection, but it's whatever this tornado was. It was big and it's crossed. Might have some tree damage here, but I don't know if this is old damage or new damage because there's so many tornadoes here, you know.
Take cover now. Hazard, deadly tornado. Source, radar.
Okay, I just came across the damage path. Drew, could you do me a favor and look at satellite and tell me if Silver City is a substantial town or not? Because I don't even know what to be checking here.
Mobile homes will be destroyed. Considerable
There's a bunch of signs down this.
vehicles is likely and possible.
Okay.
Locations of Texas include Belzoni, Midnight, Silver City, and
Guys, that tornado is clear, but it sounds like Silver City got hit.
extremely dangerous. Potentially
Corn
deadly
chasers
tornado is on the
who are
ground.
trapped screaming for help.
Your life.
If anyone's close to rolling,
Move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building.
I think that was Silver City.
no help.
In a mobile home, a vehicle, or outdoors, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Tornadoes are extremely difficult to see.
I think I just passed it.
Do not wait to see or hear the tornado. Take cover now. A large and extremely dangerous tornado is on the ground.
You just drove right through. It looks like there was some structures maybe just to the right of the roadway. When you went through that intersection, maybe a half mile back. We're trying to get a population number on the city right now. Population, so it's 217 Silver City.
Copy that. I saw some structure damage, but I wasn't sure if it was the primary stuff, so I'm going to spin around real quick, make sure everybody's all right, and then we're going to continue.
County in north central Mississippi. Southern Leflore County in north central
But just to
Mississippi.
confirm, there is a damage path. There's just not a whole lot for it to hit, but there is definitely a damage
30
path.
p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 8:32 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a tornado was reported over midnight for 8 miles southwest of Belzoni, moving northeast at
Here's our
50
damage
miles
path
per
right
hour.
here, guys.
Hazard, damaging tornado
Sign.
at northern scale. Source, radar confirmed tornado. Impact. Flying debris will be dangerous
Water
to those
tower.
caught without shelter. Mobile homes
We're
will be
looking at Vince Welty's stream.
damaged
Oh,
or
this is-
destroyed.
Close out and see again.
And tree damage.
Vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely.
Lots of power lines down with
He has been
A
continued.
tornado warning remains in effect
Copy, it
until
looks like
9,
that's the
30
entrance
p.m.
of
Central
Old Highway
Daylight Time
49.
for Northern
So I've
Home,
got your power lines
Western
down, I see that.
Southern
You
Lafleur,
continue
and
back to the
Central
south,
Humphrey
looks like into the
counties.
next
And
intersection. You may have some
41%
residential
Central
structures to the right and to the left of your location.
Copy. Be advised, there's large signs laying on the road that, and to the sides of the road that look like they have a concrete block, like a big bowl of concrete on the bottom of them. I don't know if they've been ripped out of the ground or what, but I've seen a lot of that, so this could have been extremely strong if those were ripped out of the ground.
To those caught without shelter.
Copy that.
Mobile homes will
Oh
be
shit.
destroyed.
We've got a bunch of houses.
I apologize
Yeah, I'll be out.
for the language from Vince Welty. But, we're about to see.
Up here,
Central Daylight Time.
step it up.
And Howard around 9 p.m.
See a
Central
lot of
Daylight
debris
Time.
piles.
7 Pines around 9, 15 p.m. Central Daylight Time.
Everybody be advised, I'll be out of the car and unavailable for a minute.
20 p.m. Central Daylight Time.
I'm gonna watch
Oil
what's
and
happening here.
Island
thing's
around
not
9,
over.
25 p.m. Central
Um,
Daylight Time. Other locations impacted by this tornadic thunderstorm include Creature and
Chalk
Carrollton.
Talk, Grass Lake.
To repeat, a large, extremely dangerous.
You're next. You need to get to shelter immediately. This is
To
a
protect your life,
violent
cover now.
tornado. This
Move
is
to an
a large,
interior room on the
extremely
lowest
dangerous
floor of a
tornado.
sturdy building.
Everyone needs to get
Avoid
to shelter
windows.
immediately. It's a tornado
Keep in a
emergency.
mobile home, a vehicle, or outdoors. Move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Tornadoes are extremely difficult to see and confirm at night. Do not wait to see or hear the tornado. Take cover now. A large and extremely dangerous tornado is on the ground. Take immediate tornado precautions.
Major
This is
damage.
an emergency situation. The tornado warning for northeastern Tallahatchie County is canceled. The tornadic thunderstorm which prompted the warning has moved out of the warned area. Therefore, the warning has been canceled. A tornado watch remains in effect until midnight Central Daylight Time for northwestern Mississippi. The tornado warning for Sharkey County is canceled. The tornadic thunderstorm which prompted the warning has moved out of the warned area. Therefore, the warning has been canceled. A tornado watch remains in effect until midnight Central Daylight Time for central, north central, northwestern, and west central Mississippi. Tornado emergency for Silver City.
I'm not sure how to say
A
that.
tornado warning remains in effect until 9 p.m. Central Daylight Time for Humphreys County
Yeah,
and
for
8:37 p.m. Central Daylight Time. A confirmed large and destructive tornado was located
You're under
near
a tornado
Belzoni,
emergency.
moving
You
northeast
need
at
to get
55
to
miles
shelter.
per hour.
Tornado debris signature is
Tornado
starting to
emergency
go
for Silver City.
away.
This is a particularly
Chocolate is still
dangerous
there.
situation. Take cover now.
We think this
Hazard,
is beginning
deadly
to
tornado.
but
Source,
there's no
radar
path.
confirmed tornado. Impact, you are in a life-threatening situation. Flying debris may be deadly to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be destroyed. Considerable damage to homes, businesses, and vehicles is likely and complete destruction is possible.
stuff, but it's
Locations impacted
retweet.
include Belzoni, Midnight,
Wedge-
Silver City,
there's
and
a picture
Louise.
of the wedge tornado.
To repeat, a large, extremely dangerous, and potentially deadly tornado is on the ground. To protect your life, take cover now. Move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid
We're
windows.
gonna stay on
Keep
the
in a
air
mobile home,
after
a
this
vehicle,
thing
or
is
outdoors. Move to the closest substantial
If
shelter
it
and
lifts,
protect
then we'll still
yourself
stay
from
on the air
flying
because this thing can
debris.
easily recycle.
Tornadoes are extremely difficult to see and confirm at night. Do not wait to see or hear the tornado.
This thing was on
Take cover now. A large and extremely dangerous tornado is on the ground. Take immediate tornado precautions. This is an emergency situation. Tornado emergency for Tula. A tornado warning remains in effect until 9:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time for northern homes, western Carroll,
Volume down.
southern Lafleur, and east central Humphreys County.
So I can talk over it and you can still hear me. I apologize that I didn't do that before.
The tornado was located near Belzoni, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. Tornado emergency for Tula. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now. Hazard, deadly tornado. situation. Flying debris may be deadly to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be destroyed. Considerable damage to homes, businesses, and vehicles is likely, and complete destruction is possible. The tornado will be near Thornton around 8:50 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Tula and Howard around 9 p.m. Tornado emergency for Tula. A tornado warning remains in effect until 9 p.m. Central Daylight Time for Humphreys County at 8:47 p.m. Central Daylight Time. A confirmed large and destructive tornado is located near Belzoni, moving northeast at 60 miles per hour.
Alright, we're gonna hope this doesn't recycle. We're really gonna hope this doesn't
This is a
recycle.
particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now. Hazard, deadly tornado. Source, radar confirmed tornado. Impact, you are in a life-threatening situation.
We still have a tornado emergency for these areas, so
Deadly to those
Grass
caught without
Lake,
shelter.
Choctaw.
Mobile homes will be destroyed. Considerable damage to homes, businesses.
All you
and
can really
vehicles
do in this
likely,
situation
and
is
complete
pray.
Destruction is possible. Locations impacted include Belzoni, Midnight, and Silver City. To repeat, a large, extremely dangerous, and potentially deadly tornado is on the ground. To protect your life, take cover now. Move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If in a mobile home, a vehicle, or outdoors, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Tornadoes are extremely difficult to see and confirm at night. Do not wait to see or hear the tornado. Take cover now. A large and extremely dangerous tornado is on the ground. Take immediate tornado precautions.
This thing is either recycling or it's on the ground.
This is NOAA weather radio station KIH-50, Inverness. We have interrupted routine programming because severe weather is affecting part of the listening area. We will resume normal programming as soon as the
This is
risk of severe
recycling.
weather has ended.
I'm gonna stay on this, but I need to take a quick break. Give me a few seconds. Or give me a couple minutes. I'll be back soon.
30 p.m. Central Daylight Time for Northern Holmes, Western Carroll, Southern Lafleur, and East Central Humphreys counties. At 8:41 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a confirmed large and destructive tornado is located near Belzoni, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. Tornado emergency for Tula. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now. Hazard, deadly tornado. Source, radar confirmed tornado. Impact, you are in a life-threatening situation. Flying debris may be deadly to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be destroyed. Considerable damage to homes, businesses, and vehicles is likely, and complete destruction is possible. The tornado will be near Thornton around 8:50 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Tula and Howard around 9 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Seven Pines around 9:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Black Hawk around 9:20 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Coyle and Emery around 9:25 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Other locations impacted by this tornadic thunderstorm include Kruger and Carrollton. To repeat, a large, extremely dangerous, and potentially deadly tornado is on the ground. To protect your life, take cover now. Move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. Here's a special weather statement. Strong thunderstorms will impact portions of Sunflower and northern Lafleur counties through 9:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 8:50 p.m. Central Daylight Time, Doppler radar was tracking strong thunderstorms along a line extending from Rural to Holly Ridge. Movement was east at 45 miles per hour. Hazard, wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour. Source, radar indicated. Impact.
Alright, I'm back. I apologize for that. It's likely either still on the ground or recycling.
Sunflower, Minnesota, Munich, Rome, Holly Ridge, Blaine, Sunnyside, Slater, Knoxville. Stay outdoors. Consider seeking shelter inside a building. A tornado watch remains in effect until midnight Central Daylight Time for north central and northwestern Mississippi. Tornado emergency for Tula. A tornado warning remains in effect until 9:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time for northern Holmes, western Carroll, southern Lafleur, and east central Humphreys counties. At 8:41. Confirmed large and destructive tornado is located near Belzoni, 45 miles per hour.
People are being taken to the hospital now.
This is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now. Hazard, deadly tornado.
Tchula, Takula, Shackleford, Omega, Butler, Horseshoe, Wyatt, Choctaw, get to shelter now. This is a major tornado. It's a tornado of catastrophic means. You have to get to shelter. You need to get to shelter immediately. There is a
Black Hawk around 9:20 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Coil and Emery around 9:25 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Other locations impacted by this tornadic thunderstorm include Kruger and Carrollton. To repeat,
This is not over.
extremely dangerous and potentially deadly
This tornado is not over. It's recycling, and this thing is still a violent tornado.
floor of a sturdy building.
And you need to get to shelter. Chula, Shackleford, Westfield, Choctaw, Omega, Butler, Horseshoe, Wyatt, get to shelter immediately.
Tornadoes are extremely difficult to see and confirm at night. Do not wait to see or hear the tornado. Take cover now. A large and extremely dangerous tornado is on the ground. Take immediate tornado precautions. This is an emergency situation. Tornado emergency for Tula. A tornado warning remains in effect until 9 p.m. Central Daylight Time for Humphreys County and 8:47 p.m. Central Tornado emergency for Tula. A tornado warning remains in effect until 9:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time for Northern Holmes, Western Carroll, Southern LaFleur, and East Central Humphreys counties at 8.
Tornado emergency continued for Chula, Sidon, and North Carrollton. Everyone in this polygon needs to take shelter immediately. This is a violent tornado.
Take cover now. Hazard,
This is a violent tornado.
radar confirmed tornado.
And it's showing signs of debris again. Again, tornado emergency continued.
Deadly to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be destroyed. Considerable damage to homes, businesses, and vehicles.
Joey, I don't know if you got this, but Silver City is asking for help too.
Yep. And
Central Daylight Time.
Oswego, there's only like one building in Oswego, hopefully.
25 p.m. Central Daylight.
I don't know how big these, okay. I really hope this thing turns north. Because Chula is a pretty large population center. This needs to move north. I'm not sure how populous anything else is.
Take cover now. Move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. Keep an immobile home, a vehicle, or outdoors. Move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Tornadoes are extremely difficult to see and confirm at night. Do not wait to see or hear the tornado.
How populous is this
Take
place?
cover now. A large and extremely dangerous tornado is on the ground. Take immediate tornado precautions. This is an emergency situation.
I'm gonna try and open up and see.
Humphreys County will expire at 9 p.m. Central Daylight Time. The storm which prompted the warning has moved out of the area. Therefore, the warning will be allowed to expire.
How big is this area?
Tornado watch remains in effect until midnight Central Daylight Time for Central, North.
There's quite a lot of stuff in Chula, so I really hope this thing goes south.
Here's a special
Or north. North.
Strong thunderstorms will impact portions of Sunflower and northern LaFleur counties through 9:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 8,
Please go north. Please go north.
Central Daylight Time. Doppler radar was tracking strong thunderstorms along a line extending from Rome to Holly Ridge. Movement was east at 45 miles per hour. Hazard, wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour. Source, radar indicated.
We're at Double-Quick and
Gust winds could
Alright.
knock down streams and blow around unsecured objects.
Ah, man. This is...
Impacted include Indianola, Louisville, Urbana, Drew, Parkman, Sunflower,
It's not weakening.
Rome, Holly Ridge, Blaine, Sunnyside, Slater, and Ottsville. If outdoors, consider seeking
Are there any
shelter
chasers
inside
on this?
a
No, everyone's behind.
A
Good.
tornado watch remains in effect until
Everyone else
midnight
is
Central Daylight
back
Time
behind.
for north central and northwestern Mississippi. is NOAA weather radio station KIH 50.
Everyone else is behind, which is good.
We have interrupted routine programming because severe weather is affecting part of the listening area. We will resume normal programming as soon as the risk of severe weather has ended. Tornado emergency for Tula. A tornado
Okay, apparently it's Tula is the way to pronounce it, but Tula. You gotta get the shelter immediately. This is a tornado emergency. Now, it's a tornado emergency, and this is a violent tornado. This is without a doubt a violent tornado.
I gotta admit, this is the longest tornado emergency I've ever lived through. This is like going on for miles.
I'm gonna
I've
mute
been
myself so I
forecasting
don't get criticized for this. I'm gonna mute myself so I don't get criticized for this opinion.
Yeah.
Alright.
This is, to me, even longer than that, almost.
Alright. So, again, to reiterate, we have a tornado emergency. This is a violent tornado. Just to reiterate, it has caused catastrophic damage in Silver City and Rolling Fork. Please pray for these people. Please pray for these people. This is an awful situation. And it's not. It was not. I don't know what I'm saying at this point. It's not done. It's not over. It's recycling. We're still on the ground. And it's going to continue to be for a while. Because of the environment it's in. It's discreet in nature. It's very discreet. If you look around, there's nothing here. We just really hope this storm can get absorbed by the line as soon as possible. That's what we're hoping, because then that hopefully, just lower the threat of a violent tornado coming out of the storm. But we're not sure, so okay. Yeah. Listen, I think this went north of Tula, which we're very thankful for, but there are other people in this path. If you're in this path, so Ituma, Akona, Blackhawk, and anyone else in this path needs to get to shelter immediately. The CC is gone, but I know we still have a tornado on the ground. It just hasn't hit anything. And hopefully it will continue to not hit anything. There's another rotation near Silver City, but it's nothing like this. There's another rotation over Silver City. Man. We'll be here until this tornado emergency expires. Someone needs to tell Vince Welty that something is coming. Oh my goodness, is that...
Tornado emergency for Tula. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now. Hazard, deadly tornado.
The tornado emergency has been downgraded. It is a PDS tornado warning now. How far away is Vicksburg? Shoot, that is so long away. I don't know how many hospitals there are now. Apparently there's widespread damage in Silver City. We're looking at, I think that's an uprooted tree. And this tornado warning has been downgraded. I'm not sure if it's gonna produce another tornado, but I think I'm gonna end it here for personally for the night. I'm personally gonna be done for the night. So thank you all for watching, and please pray for these people. This is a catastrophic situation that just occurred, so please pray for